Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know if you live in the UK, tax is the word. And with the upcoming budget, how is that going to affect crypto? We'll dive into it. In the latest report by De Vere, it's saying that tax hikes are blamed for a record number of millionaires fleeing the UK. This year, 16,500 are projected to leave, more than China and Russia. And we know that coming up, literally in about 2 weeks, we've got the autumn budget. Everyone's talking about how there's going to be more taxes again. And it's not a question of if, it's when. They're going to put the price of your beer up, which is not good. Income tax, they're on about rising. VAT, even the reduced rate, they're looking at rising. And interesting in this article from De Vere, it says that it's going to be the highest taxes to a post-World War II high, so the highest we've ever had in the UK. And if you remember a year ago, when she did the last autumn budget, people didn't think that she would change the capital gains tax, which is obviously the crypto tax, halfway through a tax year. And she did. Literally overnight, on the 30th of October, the tax went from 10 to 18% for a lower rate taxpayer and 20 to 24%. And they do this every time, and they've done it this time, where you think it's going to be a higher figure than it is, and then they do it a bit lower, but gradually it just edges up. Now, this could change again a year on. So the rate's now at 18 and 24% in terms of the capital gains tax. She could raise the 18% rate to 20, and she could raise the 24% to 28 or 30. Scary. What she could also do is the 3K allowance that you get for your crypto gains, that could be reduced again. I mean, when I first got into crypto, it was 12 grand. And now it's 3. It could be reduced to 2, 1.5. She could even get rid of it completely. Who knows? We're in uncharted territory, unfortunately. And that, coupled with what is coming in 2026, this is where they're trying to monitor exactly how much crypto each individual has, and if they have not paid the crypto tax, aka capital gains tax. I've said this before. I don't know how they can track this. And disclaimer, I will be declaring what I pay. Obviously, there's someone online that talks about crypto tax a lot. I am going to obviously do my crypto tax, capital gains, with my accountant. And it took me about half a day the other week to sort out all my crypto wallets on Coinly, which is what I use. Link in description if you want to use them. And then I'm going to submit it at the end of the tax year for my gains. But I don't think they're underestimating how large this kind of task is for tracking each individual crypto holder, in my opinion, because they genuinely think that the average crypto holder in the UK uses one exchange, one wallet, and all they do, for example, just like if they had a stocks and shares ISA with a bank or something like Hargreaves Lansdown, they genuinely think that you will buy your crypto on the exchange, make some gains, and then transfer it back into your bank. That's it. And their thinking behind that is, well, if we get everyone to register their details 1st of January 2026, we know that if they use Coinbase, that they've made X amount of gains on this exchange, and then whatever profit they've made, they're then liable for tax if it's above the 3K threshold. I generally think that's what they think. But let me tell you now, after being in crypto a long time, I can tell you the average crypto holder has hundreds of transactions, a lot of wallets, non-custodial wallets is what I say. Don't keep it on exchanges. They don't know the full extent of it, in my opinion. And something that we discussed on one of the calls from my group was this here. Now, if you remember in 2020, they were giving out loans left, right, and center with 0% APR to pay it back. And to get this, you had to sign something. They've got all your details. You're a registered company. They've got your address, everything. More details than they've got for crypto. Because with crypto, you've got all these non-custodial wallets. You've got all these wallets, all these addresses. It's a minefield. But with this, they had all your details. And what is interesting when you read past these statistics is how much money is still outstanding, nearly 5 years on. 76.89 billion was given. That's insane. That's why we're in the mess we're in. There is still 12 billion outstanding. There's 0.35 defaulted, which is 350 million. And 2 billion flagged as fraud. Insane. 1.22 billion in arrears that have not yet progressed to defaulted. That's a lot of money. And if the government, and let me be honest, it doesn't matter what government it is, we know that while the government's in charge, they're pretty bad at running it, let's be honest. Whether it's this, whether it's tracking crypto wallets, whether it's running the local bus service. They're awful, let's be honest. The government doesn't run anything well. Literally zero. So then, introducing high rates in terms of normal tax, in terms of capital gains, aka crypto tax, and trying to get your information in 2026, I think they're seriously underestimating their capability of trying to manage this. Seriously. Now, people will say, well, they'll use AI to do this, but you have to actually input into the AI what you want. And I still think we're years away from, one, completely understanding what crypto is, and two, actually tracking it effectively. They don't know what they're getting in for. And if they think that on the 1st of January 2026, there's just going to be a lot of money coming in from them, from crypto holders, in terms of registering all their information and then submitting the crypto tax. All these taxes that come in, all raising taxes does is this. People are just going to leave. People just ain't going to pay it. People are going to move somewhere else to get the lower rate of taxes. Some places zero, like Dubai, for example, or even places like Gibraltar, Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man, Portugal, the list goes on, to reduce their crypto tax and just not pay it. That's the harsh reality that it is. Let me know what you think. Are you sick of taxes in the UK? Have you submitted them? Are you having issues with it? If you are, I do have a referral with Miner. They are a crypto accountant, and you can get a free consultation if you use my link as well. If you do enjoy my content, please like, subscribe. See you all very soon.